Hey everybody, welcome back to the Court of Random Opinion. My name is Lauren Neidigh. I have an update on this kind of weird and confusing story that came out a couple nights ago involving the Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively lawsuit. Star Magazine and TMZ first came out with this report that someone was arrested at Travis Kelce's property while trying to serve Taylor Swift with papers from Justin Baldoni's legal team. Apparently, the man had jumped the fence. He broke first into the private neighborhood and then onto the private property. All of this prior to 2 o'clock in the morning at the time at which he was actually arrested. So the whole thing sounded very strange. But since multiple outlets said there's an arrest report, we've seen it, and one even said they got a quote from the man who was arrested, who they named as Justin Lee Fisher. I didn't want to be totally dismissive right away. I didn't want to write it off, wanted to keep an open mind. My thought at the time was actually maybe they did need to serve Taylor Swift with papers. However, I figured the guy could have just been a psycho with a lot of problems who acted out. I mean, that happens. That wouldn't have been the fault of Justin or the Wayfarer parties, but I figured it would have been a possibility. We've since seen more and more news outlets coming out with this story saying it was Justin Baldoni who was trying to serve Taylor Swift with papers, and this guy was acting on their behalf, or at least acting per the job he was hired to do. We had someone, Katie and KC, actually go down and obtain the arrest reports, and so we got some information from that, but a lot was missing. And because things were getting so confusing, and because they wouldn't give Katie the information on the offender, they won't release that information to the public over there. And there was actually nothing about legal papers or anything at all in that document. I wanted to just confirm for myself and nip this in the bud. I decided to speak to somebody who has personal knowledge of the situation and is 100% trustworthy. That person confirmed to me that Justin Baldoni and the Wayfarer parties did not send anyone to serve Taylor Swift with legal papers to Travis Kelce's property. If the man who was arrested claims he was trying to serve legal papers, they were not papers from Justin or Wayfarer. No, I'm not going to name the source. If people don't, want to believe that, that's fine. It's really no skin off my back. I just wanted to know for sure, whether any of that was actually true or not. And as it turns out, the media kind of ran with this story without any actual fact-checking or merit. Now, this isn't shocking to most people. The whole story was kind of odd, and it just didn't seem right. Most people wondered why they didn't just serve it to her lawyers, who have previously accepted on her behalf, so that didn't really add up. But like I said, people do all kinds of crazy things in all professions. There are bad actors, and they do stuff they're not supposed to do all the time. So I kept an open mind, but now that's done. Justin did not send anyone to that property to serve Taylor with papers, especially not at 2 in the morning. It did not happen. Now, for the arrest report, remember they said the man's name is Justin Lee Fisher, and Star Magazine actually put out a quote from him. And I had someone who found me through one of my videos and said, hey, that guy's my uncle. And that woman who said he was her uncle, she didn't confirm that there were any papers involved. She just said, I'm not surprised by his arrest. I'm not surprised by his behavior. There was no mention of any legal papers when she was talking to family or anything like that. So that guy, if he's not the person who was arrested, which he still, may have been, he's still a scummy guy. So she's still, I wouldn't put any heat on her. She's not doing anything wrong here. She's just going by what the news said. Oh shit, my uncle did some crazy stuff. And she's hardly surprised because she's been in no contact with him for a while due to previous kind of misbehavior, I guess. As far as the arrest report that was obtained today, they won't give you information with the offender's name. One of my friends here, Don't Fuck With Justice, said the suspect would be on the police report that is given to the parties, but the suspect info has been redacted for the public records request copy, meaning a party or someone from the department gave the info to Star. I also just wanted to point out that this is my friend Katie and KC, who went and got that arrest report. So if you haven't found her yet, I would go and listen to her talk about what she said. I'm not going to show too much of it here because I want to redirect you guys over to her to hear what was on the paper and what she had to say about all that.
The words Justin Lee Fisher are nowhere on these pieces of paper, by the way.
So yeah, we don't know if it was Justin Lee Fisher or not. The two names on the document appear to be those who reported the incident. One of them is one of Taylor Swift's security people, which is a widely known fact. And then one of them appears to be someone who lives somewhere nearby. I'm not going to, say the names or anything, but yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there that I independently verified that what's being sold in the headlines right now is not true. Like I said, I didn't want to write it off right away, which is why I talked about it when the story first came out, because I feel like I need to talk about things even if I don't like what's happening, you know what I mean? Even if I don't like the headline. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to follow up with it, and then sometimes things change as we get more details. I know the guy is supposed to be back in court on October 15th, but what I do know is that it has nothing to do with Justin Baldoni. I feel like I have to clarify that I did not reach out to the Wayfarer parties to get this information, but as I said, it's someone with personal knowledge of what happened. And I feel like I have to clear that up so the mega bitch Blake Lively doesn't try to subpoena my credit card information, location data, and bank account again. Ridiculous that I should even have to say that. All right, everybody, that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.